All right, so we're starting a new project here on my channel, not just on Twitch TV, but also on my YouTube channel. And we're going to explore old video games, retro video games. And I think with any retro project, a good place to start is Balloon Fight. And of course, why would I say that we should start with Balloon Fight? Because this was a game that was actually programmed by the former head of Nintendo, Satoru Iwata. And so obviously the man is a legend among legends when it comes to gaming companies and everything that he did with Nintendo over the years. This is a game he was actually in the weeds and programmed for. And so when you think about, I think a lot of CEOs out there that maybe don't know so much what they're doing, I don't need to name names, but Bobby Kotick would be one of them if I did. Former CEO, I guess, in that case. I think a lot of people look at Satoru Iwata as like the standard for what a gaming CEO ought to be, right? For when he was over Nintendo. All the things that he accomplished over time, not just in game development with something like this, but also with everything that, you know, Nintendo accomplished over his tenure. But again, with a game like Balloon Fight, he was in the weeds. He was programming. He did things, you know. He's the developer's developer, says Anderson in chat. Absolutely. Now, Pop Culture says this feels like Joust. Well, there's a reason for that. I believe, I don't know if it's proof out there. I want to say I had read out there that originally Nintendo was actually trying to port Joust to the NES, but there was problems along the way with it. That they were not able to get the license or something that, yeah, no, I do love the Guardian Legend, but no, we have to start with Balloon Fight because the Iwata connection is just too strong. It's just too strong. And I think, you know, it's not just Iwata too. You had Gunpei Yokoi was involved with this. You know, there's so many people, that really were gaming legends of its time involved with this little game, right? So we're doing the bonus stage. I'm trying to look at this and I'm getting all these little achievements for doing things. Damn, I almost had a perfect run there. I only missed one. That was really close. Yeah, people were talking about the optimization he did for a game and getting something major to fit on a cartridge. I almost, was it Smash Brothers? Maybe? No, I think it was one of the Pokemon games. It was something that HAL Laboratories did, because this game was part of HAL Laboratories as well. Dang it. I knew I was going to ricochet between the two and get unalived right there. Annoying. But anyway, on the Joust front, sorry, you're going to find that I get very easily distracted by shiny things, and I will talk about one thing here and then one thing there. Yeah, I don't mind the live fact checking by those of you on Twitch whatsoever. Let's get the answer to those questions and figure it out. Gosh, look how crappy I did by allowing so many of these guys to hatch. I say hatch because of the Joust connection. But it was supposed to be a Joust port for the NES, which they did end up doing eventually. I'm not sure. I think it might have been another company that ultimately ended up doing it. It wasn't Nintendo themselves. But so Nintendo kind of took what they were working on with Joust and ended up making this instead, which is kind of its own thing. Like, obviously, they do some different things with the mechanics, not just the fact that there's like the two balloons and all that, but then we get the balloon trip mode, which I think a lot of people really know this game for almost more. Is the balloon trip mode, and we'll do that after I get through as many of these boards as I can. Although honestly, it does not look like it's going well for me because I'm already on my last life and I'm down to one balloon. But we're gonna try, dang it. I got the top pop. Oh, I got the top score. That's what that is. Oh, and then I got electrocuted by God. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. All right. Not bad for my first go through, getting all the way to board 6. Okay. Here's the mode, Balloon Trip. I think this is what most people think of when they think of Balloon Fight, because there's this song that plays constantly in the background, right? But this is also very different. There was nothing like this in Joust. This was a mode that was very, you know, obviously developed to be a little something extra for, I'm guessing, the home version, because there was a Versus Balloon Fight that actually came first. Versus Balloon Fight, actually has more vertical scrolling in it that you don't see in this version. If you ever get to see the arcade version versus Balloon Fight, which I think is on Arcade Archives, I believe, the collection that of course is on Nintendo Switch. It's on PlayStation as well, but none of the Nintendo games are in it. If you look at versus Balloon Fight at Arcade Archives, it actually has, you can see the verticality of the boards in that game. Oh, was it? Oh, Dark Tucia says this was actually a Nintendo World Championships this week. Was actually trying to get 3 balloons in this mode as fast as you can. That's interesting. In all the years I played this as a kid, I do not remember the screen stopping and starting. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Did you see how close I was to getting zapped again? Oh my gosh, okay. So far, for my first run through, not bad. Not bad, he says as he starts to get more sparks here. Oof. That horizontal scrolling off the screen is brutal. I think that's why you don't really want to hug the right side too much as you are very tempted to do that. You notice I am as well. Oh, the balloons stop the scrolling. That's what they are for. I'm learning something about this game tonight that I forgot from when I was a kid. Or the bubbles. Did I say the balloons? The bubbles. Stop the screen for a minute. Holy moly. Yeah, I'm going to take the safe route as much as I want to grab that bubble. Oh, Andrew found the answer to Pokemon. It was gold and silver and then the battle system. Wow, so Iwata was still programming even when it came to the Nintendo 64. Sorry, multitasking is harder than it looks. Okay. We're getting there, everybody. Rank 7. Oh, Jesus. I've got a... Woo! Okay. This is another one of those games that uses funky physics. And I feel like there was a lot of early Nintendo games where kind of the MO was funky physics. Ice Climber is another one. And I'm going to get to that game sooner rather than later because that's another one of those very interesting and unique kind of games. Fuck! Oh man, I was so close. Well, Fifth Dream says, I have never played this game. I know. Seriously, how? Well, it's very easy to play this game now. I will tell you that because they have re-released this game a million times. How many fucking leaderboards do they have on Retro Achievements for this? My God. But you can play this. I remember the e-reader version of this game. Do you remember the cards, the e-reader that was on the Game Boy Advance? And like that was a thing. You could scan the cards. I think that's pretty impressive if you think about it, that all of the game's code fit on something that could be on that little e-reader. It's wild to me. So that's where you can experience this. But of course, then again, most recently, you're going to see this game on the Nintendo Classics archive that's available on the Switch and the NES Online and all of that. It was also on the Classic NES. You notice Nintendo tends to re-release this game a lot. And everything I think we were talking about earlier probably goes into the why. This game is probably very important to a lot of people at Nintendo, and for good reason, right? When you consider Iwata's involvement. It's almost like I see the continued involvement of Balloon Fight and why this game gets re-released over and over as kind of like a tribute to Satoru Iwata in many ways. So, all right. The trick to this, as it is in Joust, you don't want to live at the top of the screen. You have to allow yourself to get to the bottom of the screen as well, because that's the only way the enemies are going to get lower. It's all the math that goes into Mario's momentum. Oh yeah, actually, if you want to talk about a funky physics game, go to the original Mario Brothers. I mean, even Super Mario Brothers has funky physics of its own, but like original Mario Brothers, very much a funky physics game. I'm not gonna get them all, dang it. Wow, I did worse than last time. Awesome. 18? Yeah, 18, I'll take it. As long as I do better with each attempt. That's the thing that's the most important, am I right? Mushy, spongy, slippery are all great words to describe the mechanics in this game, for sure. And did you notice right there, as I was gunning for the top, the guy on the blue balloon was getting closer, quite honestly. He was getting closer than I was. You really have to learn to get the jump on these guys. Ugh. See, I made the same mistake last time. I got one, but I paid a price for it. So you've got to really lure these guys to come down. Andrew Asana, elaborate on that. Oh, the math from the, oh, of course. Okay. I actually never really thought of it that way. That's awesome. Shit. These guys in the white balloons are no joke. They're mean. But these are the guys that are the highest difficulty. So I've got to coax them to come down. Sucker. But the problem is when you do that and you coax them to come down, then that timer's still running and those lightning clouds get very angry. All right, we'll let the fish take care of him. Ooh, we didn't get this far last time because I don't remember a second bonus round last time. Oh, yeah, I got a balloon bonus. This just makes me think of 99 red balloons. I'm not going to get 99 red balloons. It looks like I'm going to get 18 red balloons. So many old school video games use those physics. Think about, like, there was literally, God, I can't remember the name of that Atari game, but there was literally an Atari game that was all about, like, I think it was called Lunar Lander, and it was all about, like, landing spaceships using funky physics and, like, propelling the rocket. Oh, that fish will eat me, too, if I'm not careful. First, they're gonna eat them, then they're gonna eat me. Oh my God. That's the fish in this game. And a Troll 2 reference, if you weren't paying attention. Ooh, these spikes. I did not, or sorry, the sparks, not the spikes. The sparks live on the board consistently. I didn't realize that before. Ooh, they get faster and meaner, too. Okay, there we go. All right. Ooh, that... Oh, dang it. The fish almost got me, and then the spark actually did. Dang it. Oh, well, we had improvement on that run. So let's go back to Balloon Trip and see if we get improvement here. So now I know this time that the bubbles actually freeze the screen, and that's going to be helpful. Because I, again, did not remember that from when I was a kid. Flop. That was not a good run. That's about my average run from when I was like 10 years old when this, game was... Well, let's see. This game was originally 84, 85, so I would have actually been probably... Actually, I don't think we saw it in the States until like 86. So I don't think I played this game for the... I probably did not... Less talking, more flapping. I don't think I actually played this game for the first time until I was about 10 years old. My family wasn't rich enough to have a Nintendo day one. But I think I finally had a friend who was rich enough around that time. And Bobby says, that's my normal run in the game. No time like the present to practice, right? Oh my gosh, I knew that was gonna be dirty. Oh God, I thought I was gonna hit that spark. Narrator. As it turns out, he did hit that spark. Was it beginner's luck or something? Is this why I can't repeat how my first run went? I don't know. And hi, Pixel Bakas. Hope you're having a good clean. No, Bobby, seriously, beginner's luck is a thing. I seriously thought I was about to drift into those sparks. Because once we've done it one time, that's when our brain now allows us to overanalyze the situation. Yay! And that's what really gets us into trouble. Well, Bobby, that also explains the luck that I have at your house. So when I visit Black Wolf Manor during Dragon Con, Bobby has pinball machines in his house. And as you know, he has infamously forbid me from visiting the arcade because I keep setting the high score on the machine. And then he's ticked off because it's not his name being displayed on the screen, even though it's very similar between Bob and Rob. It's not actually Bobby's name. So at some point, he either commits to beating it or does the hard reset. But why do I get such a good score? Because it's my first time playing the machine in that environment. And I don't have time to focus on how I need to focus on getting better. Okay, I know we can do this. I know we can get to rank 1. I know. The power of positive thinking. I know we can do better than that first run. You know, something I might do for future runs is turn off the little toasts that are in the bottom. In fact, I wonder if maybe I can actually take a look at that. Well, I'm not going to do it while I'm recording for YouTube, but maybe before we do the next game, I'm going to look and see if I can turn some of those toast notifications off with the achievement tracking. It's interesting, but I don't think it's needed for this. Now I'm losing to the easy stuff. Don't submit a score of 1200 to the leaderboard. That's pathetic. That's a waste of bandwidth. That's literal spam. I don't want to be spamming the poor folks at Retro Achievements with these crappy scores. Did you, Fifth Dream? You got the high score on Centipede on your first quarter. I distinctly remember getting the high score on an arcade machine as a child on 2 games. Moon Patrol was one of them. Oh, I'm gonna have to add that to my list of games I want to play at some point, because that's old school. That's really only had an Atari 2600 translation. Probably some of the later Ataris. I'd have to look up on... I don't think it ever had an NES translation. And then Dig Dug, which... I know Dig Dug 2 was an NES game. I feel like the original Dig Dug may have released like in Europe or something, but I don't remember it being a thing here. I associate Dig Dug with Commodore 64. Ooh, Star Wars. That's a fun machine to get the score on, though. See, the problem is you have to really judge how fast those sparks are going to move, because if you get pushed off the side, you're going to get pushed into a spark if you're not careful. I love Dig Dug. That's definitely going to be a game to revisit at some point. That's like one of my top 80s arcade machines that might actually surprise you. Ooh! Esports! Oh my gosh. Oh my god, that bubble... Oh, the bubble didn't freeze it nearly as long as I thought I would, and then my inertia was too much and I couldn't recover. Yeah, y'all saw. All right, one more on the balloon trip, and then I'll go back to a single-player game. Which I could play this 2-player as well if I had a second person here to play with me, or I'm sure thanks to the magic of, you know, what the community has done, I could play over the internet. And actually, if I were to be playing this on the Switch right now, I could play with internet play. But the thing about the 2-player in this game is that obviously with the balloons, it gets mean because it has friendly fire and you can stomp out the balloons of the other person you're playing with, which as a kid is always what those games ended up turning into in the end. Shit, I knew I was not getting out of that situation. All right, let's palette cleanse a little bit. Go back to 1 player, see if we can make some progress. So what did we get to last time? Board 7? See, we have got to get rid of those toes. See, if I wanted to cheese the leaderboard, I would let those guys keep respawning. But I'm a little more interested in making progress than cheesing the leaderboard. Oh, when you let them fall in the water, that's what spawns the bubbles. Why am I just now realizing this? So that's another way to get bonuses on your score is make sure they fall in. See, that time I took care of the... I would say one of those balloons is white and the other is pink. I think the difference is very subtle. But that time I took care of the white balloon guys first because I knew that they were going to be the more difficult ones. And he can get eaten by a fish. I don't care. All right. Dig Dug 1 was Famicom only. Ah, that's why my brain is like... I feel like I've seen screenshots of it on the Nintendo, but I've never played it. That's why. I did it! Yay! Perfect! Ooh, fanfare! I'm the best! Yay! All right, that feels like progress. That's what progress looks like. Gold star for me! Yay! See, that guy in the white balloon is just running to the top of the screen. And see, the pink balloon guy is a little less dangerous, so I can let him live while I collect the bubbles for extra points. Hooray for not being crap that time. Thank you, thank you. What's your high score, TarzXF? What's your high score? 1v1 me, balloon fight. Let's do it. I feel like TarzXF and I have known each other long enough. We probably did play balloon fight at some point in that 2-player mode. Okay. Ooh! Ooh, that was a close one. We got him. Wow, I'm doing decent so far. Okay, we're going all the way to the top. That one. Can I get that one? Okay, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's better than the last couple runs. Yeah, boy, planning out how you're gonna off some of the balloon guys to start is so important. Yeah, when the fish eats them, it's very satisfying, but you don't get the point bonus. Woohoo! Balloon Defender. I don't know what I did, but I'll take it. Oh my god. I did it! Yay! Cue the Queen music. We are the champion. It's not going to get better than this. It's not going to get better than this. It is not going to get better than this. All right. I don't know what all this other crap is. Oh, I did not realize that entire time I hadn't been hit once. No wonder I was on a roll this time. Shit. That's what I get for hyping myself up. Phew. Oh no, I'm crap now. What do you mean by that? Explain yourself. Dang it. They all got away with it that time. Ooh, this is ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Okay. That was ugly. What just happened to me? Oh boy, it's all gonna go downhill from here, folks. Oh! Okay. We're recovering. I don't know. I've got no lives left and a single balloon, but we're gonna make the best of this. Let's see if I can get one more board. One more board. Whew. Okay. Phase 9. Okay, if I can beat this one. Ah, dang it. I got knocked that little thing. Still, I'll take it. Phase 9. That seems pretty decent. I love this early era of Nintendo music. Hip Tanaka was magical. Yeah, like another Nintendo legend, you know, being behind this game. Just some really cool stuff there. The music, obviously, everybody knows that little jingle that we hear during the balloon trip mode. And yeah, there's just so many key players from Nintendo's history involved with this game, and I think that's amazing. All right, let's just try to let's do a couple more runs and see if we can, because I'm surprising myself. I kind of thought I got all the little achievements I was going to get in those first 2 runs. You know, to beat this game on retro achievements, you have to get to board 30. 30. You've seen me get to board 9. Maybe it was practice. If I keep practicing and get the physics down, maybe I can. We'll see. But I'd be satisfied if I could just get rank 1 in this balloon trip mode. So let's get back to it. All right. Okay, this is where it gets hard now, because those sparks, and I'm noticing some are slow, some are fast, so you really have to kind of observe and project out in your brain which ones are gonna, you know, that one's barely moving right there between those 2 balloons. I agree 30 is too many, and I'm actually kind of surprised that the driver is not clearing this mode, because this is the mode that seems like it has some bullshit mechanics. This seems like it's the mode that has like a definitive sort of end if you can get to rank 1, because I actually don't think this mode ever ends. The other version of this game I would love to try is the Hello Kitty version. Ooh. It really should have been Eat Electric Death right there. I'm really surprised I actually did not collide with that spark. I'm gonna collide with that one, though. I forgot. You bounce off the ceiling. Let's try again. That's what these old video games are. Trial and a lot of error. A lot of error. Yeah, the more of these early balloons I can get, the less I have to worry about the future of it. There's definitely some sort of random generate. I had too much inertia going one way. That's the problem with flapping too fast to one end of the screen. Even though I don't really think we need to see those achievement statistics in the bottom, I noticed one of them was showing out of 20, and I wonder if you're supposed to try to hit 20 balloons in a row. Clearly one of them is popping 100 balloons in this mode. Dang it. I tried to do the little subtle touch, but it was too much touch. Too much touch. Ooh, I was wondering why the fish hadn't popped out yet. I'm very curious what the programming algorithm is for that first part. Because it's definitely like random, like to an extent. I'm fucked. Oh, nope, nope, I did it. I missed a lot of balloons, but I'm alive. I'm alive. I don't know if my mouse is coming through on the capture, but it's so annoying. Dang it. That screwed me up. I don't know if you guys could see my mouse cursor. It was on the screen. It was annoying me. Sorry if that's coming through. As I try to keep this pristine and pure. Yes, pristine and pure, just like me. Check out those smooth moves. I'm not even gonna try to touch it. Oh, yes, actually I can. I was like, I'm not even gonna touch that other green balloon. Oh, wait, maybe I can actually get it. Oh, now it's getting ugly. It's getting ugly. Oh! What happened? Wait, what the hell happened? What? I never knew they changed color. What? Rank 1! I did it! Rank 1! Oh my god, y'all, I learned something. I have never, ever gotten far enough in this mode to know that the balloons actually change color if you get far enough. Oh no, now we have diagonals. Oh, is that my reward? This is amazing because as a kid, no, y'all don't understand. I remember playing this mode several times and not being able to get rank 1. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I still got rank 1. I'll take it. I know this isn't beating the games by the standards that were set by the fine people at the Retro Achievement site or, you know, whatever other people might define this as. But as far as I'm concerned, getting number 1 on Balloon Trip, that was beating it enough for me. So A little trip down memory lane at Balloon Fight. Again, really an all-time classic. Pretty short and simple game loop, but also with the two different modes. You know, there's the different ways to experience it. And then we didn't even really touch the two-player mode, which again, I think offers a whole other dynamic into the whole thing. So again, you probably have something that plays Balloon Fight. It's been on every Nintendo console at some point, whether it was in the Animal Crossing NES games on the GameCube, or even the Nintendo 64 if you have a Japanese copy of that, or whether it's on the Nintendo Switch Online or Virtual Console or whatever it is, you probably have some type of way to play Balloon Fight, and maybe now you know some of the big minds behind it. And maybe you, like me, just learned that there's orange balloons, which means that there's other bonus stages, and Balloon Trip probably even gets harder and harder. And I'm sure somebody out there has done a way better job than I did in less than 45 minutes. But you know what? I will take it. So thank you so much for the trip down memory lane with me and Balloon Fight tonight. We'll see you next time.